The first thing you shouldn't do before having sex is shave. It is not advisable you shave immediately before you have sex or within 24 hours of the time you know you're going to be hitting it. And this is because the friction caused while thrusting in and out can cause irritation for your freshly shaved skin. And it can also do the same for your woman. And also because of the exchange of fluids, the both of you can get an infection because you know you are freshly shaved and your skin is very delicate at that point in time. And you know down there for both the man and the woman are very sensitive places, especially for the woman. So because of this, you shouldn't do that. And also with your woman, if she shaves like within 24 hours, you shouldn't also have sex with her. You should wait somewhere above 24 hours. Anytime above 24 hours is fine. But within 24 hours, it can cause that irritation, like I mentioned, or maybe cause an infection for you both. And again, it can be very uncomfortable. It's freshly shaved and there are new hairs popping up, and those new hairs can be very annoying. We all know these things. They can be literally very sharp. So it can end up hurting both you and your woman. I don't know if you had that experience where you're hitting it and you just know that there is this piercing coming from either you or your woman because the both of you or just one person was freshly shaved. That is exactly what I'm talking about, and it can be very uncomfortable and take away from the moment for both you and your woman because you wouldn't enjoy it. She might be going through pains and might not even want to say anything. And by the time you are done, either one of you or the both of you might sustain bruises down there. And that's not what you want because the goal is for you and your woman to have an enjoyable and memorable moment. So my kings, do not shave immediately before hitting it. Another thing you shouldn't do before hitting it is eat spicy foods. My kings, this one is very important. Do not have anything spicy right before you hit it, as this can cause a lot of issues and take away from the moment for you and your woman. Because just imagine you go down on your woman after having something spicy. You already know it's going to be a huge catastrophe, and that session is definitely going to end right there. And that's not what you want, my king. I don't know if you've had that experience where you touch your stick mistakenly with something spicy. You know that burning sensation you get, that's exactly what your woman is going to feel, if not even more, because the VJ is more sensitive and more open than the D. So she will feel that burning sensation when you go down on her after eating something spicy, which is why you shouldn't do that, my kings. And even if you know you've had something spicy, please make sure to brush before you go ahead and do your thing. And also, do not eat anything that has a very strong smell right before you go to do your thing. Things like onions, garlic, those things that you know, like their smell stays after you have them. And even if you do have them, please make sure to brush, like I mentioned, because some women also have very sensitive nose. I think it's people in general. Some people have very sensitive nose. And when you are coming close to your woman and you're smelling like garlic and onion, you already know it's going to take away from the moment and it's not going to make it memorable. And if it's a woman you're getting for the first time, you want to hit for the first time, and she comes to you and you're smelling of garlic and onion, you already know. That's it. She might never want to be with you ever again, or she might even just get up and leave, like in the middle of the act. So, my kings, just make sure that you don't eat anything spicy or eat anything that has a very strong smell before you do your thing. Now, another thing you shouldn't do before hitting it is not freshening up. My kings, this one is also very important because the way you smell can take away from the moment or add to it. So if you smell very good, your woman might even want you to hit her like ASAP because just by the smell of you, by the way you are fresh out, your breath smells good, your body smells good, and there is nothing like sweat. So my kings, make sure to freshen up. And again, it also gives you that confidence. You know you're going to your woman and you're smelling fresh, you are feeling fly. There is that boldness, that confidence. You know you're not smelling of sweat, neither are you unkempt. You know that everywhere is fresh and clean. You're going to go to her with that confidence because you know that you are a meal that is ready to be served. And this is going to make the moment memorable for not just your woman, but also for you. Because now when you're going with that confidence and you get there and your woman also becomes very welcoming because of what she's smelling, because of how everything is set and fresh, the whole thing is going to go well. You would enjoy it. She would also enjoy it. The mood would just be set right, all because you freshened up. So my kings, pay very good attention to this one and make sure to freshen up before you hit it. Another thing you shouldn't do before hitting it is drinking too much water. My kings, you shouldn't take in too much water when you know you're about to hit it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't take water at all, but I'm saying you shouldn't take in too much, because this is the thing. It is really going to take away from the moment, because you don't want to fill up your bladder. And now when it's time to get jiggy, you want to do your thing. Maybe you are even already in your woman and now you want to go pee. So you get up the first time, go pee. By the time you come back, she's probably not in the mood anymore, or the mood has reduced, the tension has reduced. And now you have to start afresh to, bring her back in the mood and turn her back on before you start going again. And now you're trusting in and out again, and all of a sudden you want to go pee again. By the time you do this 2 or 3 times, it would have taken away from the moment, from not just your woman, but also for you. Because all this going and coming, you yourself might even be out of the mood by the end of the day. And this is the thing. This one is nature. It's not something you can deny. You can't say you won't go to pee. And even if you say you won't go, are you going to pee in her? I guess the answer is no. So that's it. And also, when you are too full, you might be limited in your performance, because your bladder is so full, your stomach is so filled up. Now you don't even know how to really move yourself. You are so tired, you even just want to lie down and do nothing. So it can take away from the moment for both you and your woman. That is why you shouldn't take in too much water. When you are done, you can take any amount of water you want to, but before you hit it, you should just limit the amount of water you take in. And even with food, don't eat too much before you hit it. Just wait. After you're done, then you can eat to your heart's full, my kings. Now, the last thing on my list today that you shouldn't do before hitting it is wearing tight outfits. My kings, you see, as I'm saying this, I'm already smiling because it spikes up memories in my head of when I wore like a very tight jean and I couldn't get them off. My kings, that day was a struggle for me. It was like battle. It took me so long before I could get that jean off. And when I was putting it on, I knew this thing was tighter than usual, but I'm like, oh, since it fits, I will just wear it. But now when I got back home, I couldn't pull this thing. Like, it was real war. So I can just imagine when you have a very tight outfit on. And here is the thing. Before you get to a certain point with your woman where you get off your outfit, you must have started from somewhere. Probably all the smooching, touching, you've gotten to the point where now she's turned on, she's aroused and ready to go. And maybe she even wants to help you. Let's say you're wearing a shirt. She wants to help you. Now she starts unbuttoning it because she's in the mood. So she just wants to get things started. She starts unbuttoning your shirt and she tries to pull it off, and then it's stuck in your hand. Now she's trying to pull it, it's not pulling. And now you knowing that, okay, this is what she's trying to do, you also want to help out. You're trying and it's not working. By the time you are done with this, it would have taken away a lot from the moment. And also with tight jeans, say you're wearing a very tight jeans, when you want to pull it off or your woman wants to help you pull it off, it becomes a whole struggle. By the time you're done with all of this, she would have been turned off. And now another thing is getting her turned on again will be a huge issue, because sometimes she might never get turned on again because the moment where she really felt aroused had passed. And also, by the time you are done with all the stress of pulling the jeans off, you yourself will be tired. You'll probably be sweating, because I remember how that experience was for me. So I can just tell how it might be. It will be very difficult for you to even gather the strength to start all over again when you know you had gotten somewhere that, maybe you've even already stripped her off and it was just left with you pulling your own things off and then hitting it. Now, my kings, that is why you shouldn't wear anything tight when you know you want to get it. Just make sure you wear something very free that will be easy for you to pull off or your woman to help you pull off. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 things you shouldn't do before you hit it. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.